Well, hello and welcome to Cab Crew Wednesday. Thank you all for being here. Dave and I are going to handle the show tonight, and I'm
Okay.
glad you guys are all here. So let's say hello to everybody. So we've got Aussie America Model Railroading. Hello, Artie. We got Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Thank you very much for being here. We got Trackside Mike. Hey, Mike. And we've got John Banicki. And let's see who else we got in here. We've got Dave from DES Media Productions. Hello. We got 187th HO Scale Steel Mill Modeling. And we got Wigwag. And Wigwag, I think he was in here first, for sure.
I'm shocked.
So I think I read everybody. If I missed anybody, and we'll catch everybody who comes in. So
Yeah.
Oh, let me go back here. I saw
Luna, aka garlic sauce, 227, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, I see Crooked River and an Eastern Railroad in the chat. Hello, Dave. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, who is that guy?
we got Chasgo. Thank you for being here. We've got Possum. Thank you for being here. And we've got Ray Bertelson. And we got Garlic Sauce. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. And I think that's it for right now.
Yeah.
So again, Dave and I are going to be your hosts tonight. AJ, we're not too sure where AJ is at yet. He's 16 and he's a youth and he's into school. So we hope the best for him.
Hey, Robert Sacco.
Robert. Good evening, Robert. Thank you for being here. And we've got Ian from Lehigh River Subdivision. Welcome, Ian. So I actually had a little project I was going to work on tonight, but I didn't get home early enough. And so maybe I'll set that for next week. Yeah, actually, Derail Darrell is actually going to attempt to build something. It's a small little structure, nothing big, but I kind of got it over here. So what this is going to be is just foam, and I've got some hardboard on the outside. And what this is going to be like a desktop for a friend of mine, and he wanted something he's small enough but big enough he can put a bigger locomotive on it, and he can just run a simple DCC system to it, and he can set it on his desk and put some track on it, like and he wants me to weather it and all that good stuff. So, but I haven't got far enough in it to where I'm ready to do that yet. So, hey, Jim Tedesco, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Jim. Whose birthday is it? Somebody said happy birthday, Robert. Is it Robert Sacco's birthday, or is there another Robert in here?
I don't know. I didn't see. Hello, Cerny Junior. Yeah, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Robert Sacco's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, happy birthday. I wish we would have known. We would have baked you a cake for Cab Crew.
How old are you? Everybody got to give you a smack. You swat.
And we've got
Robert's a big dude, man. He's a tall dude. You ain't gonna get away with too much with Robert. You better get his permission before you give him a birthday smack.
We got Georgia Sunbelt in the house. Good evening, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony.
We've got Thomas Grassi in the house. Good evening, 39. Thomas.
Robert says he's 39. All right.
Oh, so he's what, the big 3'9"?
Yeah.
Cool.
All happy birthday.
Yeah, definitely happy birthday. Yeah, so I was gonna try to do something a little different since it's a lot cooler in my garage, and I thought, I might as well work on this, on a live stream and just kind of show you what I'm doing. It's nothing big, it's nothing special, but it'll kind of give a little insight on how maybe I weather and do some certain things. It'll be fun. It's like I said, it's just not ready yet. So let's see who else came in here. We've got.
Happy belated birthday, Ronald.
Oh yeah, hey Ronald, thank you for being here. So I got a question to ask everybody. So I've streamed from two places. One was my waterway, and I streamed from this background. So how many of you like this background versus my other background? Just just kind of giving just to see what people like to see in the background. That's all. So Dave, what's been going on?
Oh, just busy. Work's busy. I barely got home. I'm like you. I barely got home in time to get on.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot on the layout. I did get some work done. I I just have to figure out how to do the lift out bridge so I can connect the two sides of the layout together, and then I'll be able to work on track plan up there. I mean, I have the track plan, just have to work on laying it out and that kind of stuff. But you know, I ran my bus line on the second level over the weekend, extended my lights. I move my camera. The lights underneath that area. Put the brackets in underneath.
Oh wow.
So plywood's up there, but it's just very roughly cut. I have to, I just cut it enough to fit it up there and get it in the room. Um, Once I figure out how to make this connection from there to there and make it a lift out, and that's when I'll finally lay the plywood in. I don't want to put it in there and then miscut it. Then I got a bad cut of plywood.
Yeah.
But yeah, did that. Had that train show over the weekend last weekend. It was pretty fun. The wife and I hung out there. It was short. It was only like a 1 day show. It was small, but I sold a few things. Um, Still got more. I'll probably list, but it was good.
That's good. That's good. You got a lot accomplished. I see there. That's good.
Yeah, I really need to make an actual update video. I mean, I've you know said stuff on this show, on my morning show, but I really need to do actual update. Hey, Mill Valley.
Hey,
Um,
Dwight Curley, how you
so
doing, buddy? Thank you for being
yeah, hi
here.
to everybody. I didn't go down the list of everybody individually, but hi everybody.
And hey, Jake from Mill Valley Subdivision Model Railroad. Thank you for
Jake,
being here.
Jake from Mill Valley. So yeah,
And
I've
then
just been busy.
Kyle Stevens, hello.
And Kyle, I just did with the weather being kind of coming to a close here, we've had some decent days, so I've been doing outside stuff, trying to get the most out of that. So
Yeah,
I haven't done a whole lot in here,
yeah.
not as much as I wanted to, anyways. So we,
And
you know, got to get ready for winter. They're talking maybe some snow Saturday night or Sunday.
yeah,
Probably not anything major, but
yeah,
cold enough to snow, anyways.
yeah. And Model Train Aficionado, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Southern California, the last 2 days we got a lot of rain, which is really, really good. And
Yeah,
for Southern California to get rain is you know, it's a good thing because we actually really need it. I mean, and it's actually cold. Now, cold here for me is like 60 degrees. That's
yeah,
cold.
yeah. The high was 60 today. It was like 60 when I got to work. The bummer is now that we set the clocks back, now it's dark at 5:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The turntable with the hella fly black guy. Good evening. Welcome and thank you for being here, you guys. Thank you very much.
I'm okay, Jim. You can keep the hurricane. I like the snow. I don't mind the snow. Winter's too long. I wish it was a little less long.
Yeah.
I don't mind it for a minute.
And Kyle Stevens, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Derek Alexander, hello.
Hey there. Whew.
Yeah. We've got
Hey,
Randy.
hello, fly, black guy.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Well, we got a good crew in here tonight.
19 degrees. Wow.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Well, people like you, man. They don't come to see me. They come to see you.
Oh, come on. That's not true. They come to see both of us. Really,
Maybe.
actually, I think everybody really comes to see AJ weather. Man, AJ can weather up a storm real quick.
Yeah. He
John,
sure can.
15, hello, welcome. Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
that right, Anthony? That's awesome. Yeah, he just found out they're going to send him over to Romania in January for aerosol school. They're going to set up an aerosol school in Romania, and he'll get to do that finally. Uh, that's fine, Jake. I'm just teasing. And they want to make him a team leader. His team leader's leaving in January, so I want him to step up and be a team leader as well. So it's kind of a nice thing. He's doing all right over there. That's another thing. A couple of the days I had free, I talked to him. So I'm going to take my kid over trains any day. So
Let's see, there was
Robert,
a comment there. I wanted to.
No, that's when the hurricane's supposed to come in there. 87th steel mill tomorrow morning.
Cool.
He actually likes Romania. He was stationed there for about 3 weeks before he went over to Hungary. So that's where they're gonna set that school up. Because part of the 101st is in Romania.
Let's see, what is Robert saying? I'm not worried. Got a big Bronco. Laugh out
Hey,
loud.
John.
Um,
You're in Costa Rica, is that 2618?
thank you, Fly. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
Now, for anybody who doesn't know the turntable with Hella Black Fly guy, I've subscribed to him quite a while back. He does a lot of Colorado rail fanning, and he's actually quite a really a good rapper as well. I mean, he puts in train. Um, how do I say it? I mean, he's just, you got to check him out. You know, give him some love, and he's really good. His videos that he does on his train in Colorado, I mean, they hit really high numbers. I mean, there's a lot of people who are on that live stream, and he does a really good keeping track of Union Pacific and BNSF. And so I highly recommend you guys going checking his channel out. And welcome, Pikes Peak. I hope you're doing good after that spill there, buddy. Oh, hello, Chewy Q. So a lot of these people that I'm shouting out are from his channel. They're his good supporters, and thank you all for coming on tonight. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you. I like his logo there with the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah.
The icon.
Absolutely. Yeah. So like I said, go give him some love, and I think you'll like his. I think you'll like his live streams.
I just subscribed to Garlic Sauce Luna, aka Garlic Sauce. I wasn't unsubscribed to you, buddy.
Well, there you go. So Garlic Sauce just got a sub from Dave, Crooked River Eastern.
Peak subdivision. Same with Pikes Peak subdivision.
Yes,
I'll go
Pikes
back and watch some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Right
watched.
now, I'm just going through subs right
Yeah,
now.
I watched Pikes Peak Subdivision Railfan premiere. Was it a couple days ago? It was really good.
And I'm
So,
gonna go ahead and Chewy Q, Chewy Q,
so
Chewy
why
Q.
why I'm seeing these new people here on there? I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make you guys. I'm gonna give you the blue status, so you guys can.
There we go. That guy.
Yeah, you guys can subscribe and you guys can click on to other people's channels. Gerald Stewart, good evening.
Colorado Springs. Okay, cool.
Now that's weird. Gerald Stewart has a blue mark, but it's not coming up. Hmm.
Is he?
And then Robert is going to be in the
New
blue
man
as
group.
well. We're going to give Chewy Q
Thanks,
a
man.
blue marker. So that way, I like everybody to be able just to click on to people's channels, check them out, give them some love, and subscribe to
Yeah.
their channel because that's what we're all about, and it helps
It,
everybody.
it stinks. You used to be able to do that, and then YouTube changed it about a year or so back, and you couldn't do that. You couldn't just click on the. You used to be able to click on the little three dots. It would take you to their channel. Now you could do it if you have a wrench, but if you're not, a moderator, then you can't do it. At least I don't think you can. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick. Good evening. Welcome.
I'm gonna get with you, Rick. By the way.
So
Hmm.
now that I showed you my little my little desktop, so
Diorama.
how many would you guys like to see Derail Darrell actually build something
Heck yeah, I would.
right here? Yeah, I was really excited to get set up tonight and do something, and it just didn't pan out. I really what I need to do is really I need to finish the edges here, sand it all down, get it painted black, and that way it's actual something
Hey,
that I
Rick.
can get a base to start on. And I'll show you how I went about doing that, and it's really easy to do that. And and like I said, it's just for a desktop. Hey, Brian, Rock Roll fan, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Mike. Text that Mike. I don't know if you were in here. I didn't see you.
Mike's shouting at me now. Derail Darrell, do you have a GoPro? No, I do not. A good question. What would I need a GoPro for? Just asking. Hey, B&B Railroad. Good evening.
I guess you could probably do like ride-alongs. Where you can put it on a flat car and have it go down the track.
Oh, yeah.
I have a small camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I just haven't set it up. I don't know. I
Yeah,
want
I
to do
think
that someday.
Mike texted me today and we were talking and he said, hey, I really liked your reminder video of that shot that you did. Um, he says, man, we want to see your whole layout. Yeah, I would like to be able to see my whole layout. Half of it's cut off. I can't see the other side, but I did that just for the heck of it. Thank you, Pikes Peak. Appreciate that. Who did you sub to? If you don't mind putting that up. Yeah, and Mike was telling me, Daryl, you should probably have a camera so you can do tour your layout. And actually, that's a really good idea. So
Anthony said, "When are you doing an update?"
exactly. Let's see here. Yeah, when am I doing an update? Hopefully, pretty soon. Like I said, I'm just getting back in my truck, and I'm super busy, and some of the weekends are kind of full. But yeah, I need to do a layout update, absolutely for sure, Anthony, and I need to get that out as soon as possible. I really do. Um, Hey, Dundas Junction Model Railroad. Good evening. Glad you're here. Yeah, so well, let me see here. Daryl, so is half the layout hidden? Yeah, half the layout is, well, maybe a third of the layout is. So what's behind me here, behind the rock face, is another section of my layout that I cannot see from that side going looking this way. So on that side of the layout, if you go back to, I did do one layout update that I did the whole layout. You could check that video out, and you'll kind of get a sense of what I'm saying. Um, and I cut it out just for the reason because I don't want to see what's going on this side of the layout. I only want to see what's going on that side of the layout, and that's why I did it. So it kind of the trains kind of maneuver in and out of mountains, and so like I
It
said,
makes
I
you
just
feel like you're going somewhere too, because you can't see where they're at all the time. It's kind of like a view block, you know.
we got Chewy Q. He says, Derail Darrell, I just turned on notifications. Perfect. And then let's see here. Kyle Stevens says, don't feel bad, Darrell. I haven't done much for my layout in a while, other than buying more models. You know, Kyle, that is exactly with me. I have got, okay, I still got boxes inside the house, and I need to get them out because my wife's just going to throw them out if I don't bring them into the garage. The problem is I'm running out of room. I've got so many boxes filled with stuff. I'm like you. I keep buying and buying, but they're still left in the box. So I hear you on that. Hey, John, Schuylkill River Valley. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hey, George is in the
So
house too.
let's see here.
Yeah.
Let me go again. Hey, George. FL Railroading Dog. Hello, my friend. Now, which brings me up to George's channel.
Oh, cool,
George,
Robert.
yeah, George is embarking on a new build. He's building a LNG for his new purchase, and I mean, it's stunning work what he's doing. And I highly suggest, if you haven't seen his new video out on his new build for his new locomotive, I suggest you check him out. It is really, really cool. You're doing a fine job there, George. So let's see here. So Pikes Peak, I have my HO scale UP 1943 in a display case. Cool. Like, do you have a display case like Crooked River Dave up on his, which is a very nice display case. I wish I had room to do that in here. I really do. So Robert says, I'm almost ready to do a video on layout update. Bench work is 95% done. Cool. Be looking forward to that, Robert. Absolutely.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I saw James I saw James Dundas. He said he had a lot of boxes. I think James, you can do unboxings for quite some time, my friend. So Artie says, let's see, let's put Artie up here. What did Artie say? Artie said, I stopped buying models. I'm buying stuff to expand the layout. Yeah, and so far, what your update this morning was pretty cool. Oh, there we go. Kyle Stevens says, finally found your channel, George. Just sub. That's cool. Now that's here it is again. That's why I make everybody. I wonder why some of them are not coming up blue. Robert, you should be blue. I don't know why you're not. Pikes Peak, you should be blue. I don't know why you're not. I don't know. Is there a can you have too many moderators? Is that what it is?
So Pikes Peak is there's Norfolk Southern that I'm assuming doesn't get out
Oh, there.
west
Oh,
too
okay.
often, do they?
Oh, I didn't go back. Okay, there you go, Jim Tedesco. I made you a blue wrench as well. Okay,
Jimmy.
I didn't go far back enough on my phone. That's what it is. And Mason Dixon. Okay, Mason Dixon, you are a moderator as well. That way, you guys can um, tap on each other's channel and give some love. So Luna, AK Garlic Sauce 227, I made you a moderator as well. That way, you guys can tap onto each other's. Now, also, I wanted to say I watched a video. It was yesterday from Stormy Sky Rail, and it was a slow moving, kind of very relaxing video. And I got to tell you guys, I really, really enjoyed that video. I actually watched it quite a few times. It was not only really cool to watch, but the music in it was very relaxing. I think that's a pretty good hit with videos like that. At least for me, I really enjoyed it. So if anybody hasn't seen that video, if you're not subbed to Stormy Sky Rail Productions, I highly recommend their channel. So let's see here.
Yeah,
I got
kick on a playlist and let it play. I could use the
yeah,
help.
yeah, there you go. So Rick's Railroad says, I haven't bought anything new either since the train show. I have only planted a few trees, not so much train time lately. Yeah, I hear you. You know, the one thing I like about what I've done with my layout, see, like I've said, my layout's like 80% done. And I still have a
I
lot I
wish.
can still show and do. What was that, Dave?
I wish. I wish mine was. I wish it was half done.
Wow, I'm really far behind in the chat here. Forgive me, everybody. Holy mackerel. So this is Stormy Skies. This is their response to that. Thanks, Derail Darrell. I was just giving a try to see what the response would be. And that's all you can do, really. Hey, good evening, Bubs031. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Hey, Bubs.
So, and Corey, hello, Corey. Wow, people, I am so far in the chat.
Yeah, Robert. Exactly. Maybe 10%, not even.
And John, welcome. Good evening. Oh, thank you, Ian from Lehigh. Thank you very much. And we've got, I think we saw Randall. Is Randall Ellison in here? I don't know. Did I see Randall's name in here?
I don't know.
Let's see here. And we got Heath from Human City Junction. Welcome, Heath. Good evening.
Maybe.
Wow, we got a lot of people subbing to people tonight. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I mean
Yeah.
that really is awesome. That's why I make everybody moderators in here. That way you can just tap onto somebody's channel and give them love. And you know, I like to always say, remember, if you're going to give them a subscribe, at least watch a video or two, put the bell notifications on, and give them a like. And I do want to say, it is always nice to get the comments. Absolutely. And oh, hey, Jason the Train Freak. Well, thank you, Jason. Much appreciated. Awesome, dude.
What's up, Jason? Hey, John. I said hi to Scully Kill earlier. I don't know. Is he in there earlier?
Hey guys, listening while working on designing someone's layout. Have a great stream and take care. Jason, again, thank you so very much for that $5.
Hey, race fan, how are you?
So not only is a comment really good because that tells the person that what you watched in the video and etc etc etc. Oh wow, I got another one here. I wish I had bells and whistles, but I don't, guys, because I usually don't get these, and it's really not about that. But boy, I tell you, I sure appreciate that. That shows some love. Thank you,
Nice.
Trackside Mike. I really appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you very very much. Um, like I said, I enjoy the comments, and that just lets somebody know that you enjoyed their video. And whether you click through part of it, it's not the question. Is that you appreciated the video and you tell them that you liked it. But more importantly, believe it or not, it's hitting that like button. Actually, hitting the like button is actually more important than really commenting, and that is the sheer truth. Because the more likes you get on any video or any kind of live stream or anything you get, YouTube's algorithm will push your videos. It's not the comments, it's the likes, and it's definitely the views. So if you get the views and you get the likes, YouTube's going to push your videos harder. Now, being we're such a small
Yeah,
community, this is the reason why I put everybody up as a blue moderator, so you guys can all click onto each other, help each other out as a small community, and give each other some love. And you know that's what I believe my channel's about. It's just helping everybody out, you know to let their channel grow, because we're such a small community. Now,
yeah,
railroading versus rail fanning is a completely different subject. If you're like the guys out there pushing a lot of rail fanning videos, I believe that the rail fanning videos do probably a lot better than just the model railroading. But because you can look at some channels out there, there's a lot of rail fanning videos out there, and some of these guys, they've got tens of thousands of subscribers, and it's just amazing.
yeah.
So, hello, mom and son. I'm a little behind on chat. Oh, here we go. Awesome. And I got a super sticker from George from FL Railroad Dog. George, thank you very, very much. Really, really, really appreciate that. Like I said, I don't have any bells and whistles and anything like that, but I'm not as sophisticated to say like as maybe Heath's channel or Jason the Train Freaks channel. Jason's got a cool one. He's got that horn. That is just an awesome setup right there. So
Yeah, I've been live streaming for quite some time. I never really got into ringing a bell or playing a horn or music or anything like that. I could probably.
AJ sent me a text. He is bringing some girls from the beach to operate your layout, Derail Darrell.
Well, tell
Well,
them to hurry up.
yeah,
I'd rather see
exactly.
that than me and you.
Hey, Amy J and her dog Samantha, how you doing, girl? Now, Amy J is the wife of the Hella Fly Black guy, so they are a team, and both of them do good, really good channels. So,
Oh,
again,
cool.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Holy mackerel, the chat is just flying away.
Corey. I know the feeling, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Heath. You're absolutely right. And I really enjoy the community that I've entered in here, and even outside. So
Yeah, we're all right.
yeah.
We do all right for a bunch of old train guys.
Well,
No, we
that's
have
great.
fun. I think we just have fun. Whether
Yeah,
it be on live chat, shooting the breeze, or running our trains, or watching other guys building and running and live trains running. You know, could be worse hobbies, right? Keeps us mostly out of trouble.
Right. I'm just glad that I'm just glad. Hey, Joe Rader,
Oh, hey, Joe.
how you doing, buddy? Thank you for being here. So Kyle Stevens says,
I
"Hello."
have, I'm sorry, I was
No, no, go ahead, Dave.
coming into mom and sons about does anybody decorate their layouts for holidays? On my old layout, I decorated a couple of times. Not necessarily to scale. It's hard to find to scale stuff without breaking the bank. But yeah, I have. You have to go back and look at some of my old stuff. It's nothing crazy though. One year, when the very first Christmas, I had my old layout. I made like a my version of the Canadian Pacific Christmas train. I made an attempt at it. Nowhere near as nice, but I did make like a lighted Christmas train that year. I haven't done it since. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
So here's the question. Chewy Q says, "I'm about to start my own model railway. Do you have any tips for beginners?"
Yeah,
Now,
don't do it.
I was just gonna, I was just gonna say that. Don't do it.
Oh man, you'll
No,
never
we're
spend
just,
so much money and waste so much time.
yeah. No, we're just kidding with you, Chewy Q. No, I look. There's a lot of guys in here, especially Dave and I. We can give you so much information, but that's what a lot of guys in the chat will address. I mean, you just ask some questions like, what scale. You're going to have a lot of guys here in the chat who are going to want to answer your questions because there's a lot of people in the chat that would love to help you out. So you come to the right place to ask for help. That is for sure. Um, Dave.
I like Heath's comment. He said to mom and sons, I got back into the hobby in 2019 by putting a trainer on the Christmas tree. Does that count as far as decorating your layout? Um, yeah, I mean, and that's what a lot of us got into it. Got a train for Christmas, or had a Christmas tree, a trainer on the Christmas tree growing up, things like that. Just kind of piqued our interest in model trains. Guys like Train Freak, already very knowledgeable on one of the finer um, technical aspects of the hobby. And there's many other guys too. Those are just two that pop off the top of my head when it comes to like decoders and um, like the different systems, NCE and such, as far as all the detail stuff with the electronics, which they've helped me a lot on. So, and like I said, there's a lot of other guys too. So I'm not trying
Yeah,
to, you know,
yeah,
not include everybody, but I know those two guys in particular helped me a lot with electronics, uh, how to wire things up and add all the little, like accessory decoders and things like that. You can get really in, I mean, you can get really deep into that, computerizing everything. Heath is really good with like the videography and the, stuff of that nature and electronics as well. So I mean, ask the questions and you'll get answers. Probably get
yeah,
too many answers.
yeah,
You have to kind of
yeah.
figure out the ones that make the most sense and kind of focus in on one or two people that you can find that they explain it the best way to you.
Exactly. Well said, Dave.
Yeah,
Well said.
I'm pretty smart like that.
Stormy Sky Rail Productions, thank you so very much for your $5 donation. That is really cool of you guys. That is awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much. So then we got Heath over here who said, "Derail Darrell, you can get an analog bell or just wave your hands in the air." Really, I would like to get an analog bell. And actually, Jason, the train freak, said I really should contact you and and he said you would be able to help me out a little bit with like what just Dave just said, and so I just might have to do that, and I would really appreciate your help in helping me maybe set up a little bit more differently, because I'd like to do a little couple different things as well, but at the same time I'm just a simple guy,
Aren't we all?
so yeah, I mean, so what does Corey say here? Let's see what Corey says over here. Corey says, I don't think I have the ability to stick to one subject matter. I got diarrhea of the mouth, whatever I'm feeling, viewers are stuck with. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I kind of feel like that
it's
sometimes.
my Thursday show.
Yeah. Hey, Mystic Railroad. Good evening. And then there's Dave already answered that one, but does anyone decorate their layout for Christmas? We are going to um, on Ray's little one. Cool. That's awesome. That's how far I am behind in chat.
Yeah, I know. Keep up, man, will you?
And
He needs a gong. Corey says he
I'm
needs a gong.
usually I'm usually not that far behind, but there's a lot of people in here today,
Yeah,
and
there's.
I love it. So let me catch up with chat. Hey, Manny Villanos, what are you doing, brother? Boy, has it been a minute. Hey, Daryl, I'd like to see a segment of the Polar Express. What are your thoughts? That would be really, really cool, Manny. The only problem is I don't have a Polar Express. Maybe you can get that for me just before Christmas, and I can display it on my live stream. Thank you, Manny, for being here, my friend. Now, Manny Villanos is a really good friend. We've been friends for a long, long time. Um, so he was actually one of my first subscribers. And you remember how I may have said a couple times, I I treat my YouTube channel like a business. Out every day, and I talk to people, and I get them involved and just in a conversation, and all of a sudden I go, "Hey, you know my name, but let me just tell you again. My name is Daryl, and I play with trains." And they look at me and they laugh and they go, "Did you just say you played with trains?" And I said, "Yep." They said,
Yeah,
"Wow, that's pretty cool." Hey, and then it starts a whole different conversation, and then before you know it, I give them a slip, and they write my name and my channel down, and they subscribe to me. A lot of people though are really funny. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I don't YouTube, but I'd be more than happy to give you a subscription. I'll give you a like." Or they ask me what helps your channel more than anything, because I really don't want to be part. But what can I do to help you? Well, first you can subscribe to me, watch my live streams or my videos, and just give me a like. That's all I ask. They go, "Cool, we
yeah,
can do that." That's it. And remember what I said, people. It is great. I love to hear the comments. I actually, on other people's channels, I actually read through the comments. I actually take the time to read what everybody else is saying. And of course, after I'm done reading, I don't even watch the video. I just read the comments and then I comment after that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I after I watch the video, I look to see all the nice comments that people put, and it's really amazing how some people really put a lot of thought into their comments, and I think that's great. You know. And Dwayne Fork and Spoon, how you doing, buddy? I'm sorry I missed you, but welcome. Thank you for being here. So let's see what Jason the Train Freak is saying here. Chewy Q, as doing layout design as a profession, research is always the first step before you build and then get frustrated and want to quit. Ask too many people,
Robert.
and that can lead to too many directions. How many here in the chat could attest to that? I know I could. I most definitely could. I know I've gotten
Mhm.
frustrated many, many times with my layout, and I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
people in here, Dave, right?
Hmm. I think you're going to. I think Jason's right. You do the research, have an idea of what you like. You're more into say, coal, intermodal, grain, combination of all that. Whatever. But have a general idea of what area. You don't have to be prototypical 100%, but have kind of an idea of what you like. Maybe sticking with a couple of railroads, one or two, just to start out. It's going to save you a lot of money buying things that you may necessarily not want down the road. You just bought things willy nilly, and then have an idea of course, you have to know what kind of space you have, so you know how big of a layout you can build.
Yeah.
And it is well worth the money to contact somebody like Jason. There's other track planners out there you can research and kind of tell them what you want, and they can help design something for you. You don't necessarily have to go with it piece by piece, but it gives you a good start. Um, and or like Jason, he'll print out a whole program for you, and he'll tell you how many pieces of this track and that track you need, how many turnouts, and where to place them, and do it to like a like when he did mine, he helped me modify mine anyways. It was like a 12-inch by 12-inch, 1 by 1 squares, so I could figure out where I wanted to lay it all out at to help you place things in the correct spots. If you're gonna go, if you're gonna buy a track plan and follow it, you kind of need to have that. But or you can just kind of wing it,
Yeah.
But I think if you have at least an idea what you want, what you like to run, and what do you want to run all modern locomotives? You want to run older stuff, steam, combination, whatever. Kind of just helps to get a. I guess I'm trying to say you need to kind of focus on what you're trying to do, at least to a point. Makes it a little easier.
So he says, I'm happy to help anyone with tech stuff so you can focus on just hosting a great show. Well, thank you, Heath. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're looking for really good tech stuff, I mean, Heath is really good. So is Jason the Train Freak. He's really good. Both really good guys. They know what they're doing. And but again, you can get frustrated because I know I've been frustrated. I've gone, this is my last and final layout for here. Um, I built it because I've learned. Actually, Thomas from Split Rock always says, ask me how I know. And
Yeah.
it's very true. So it's almost the same thing here. Ask me how I know. Because
Yeah.
I've done a lot of large layouts and I wish that I maybe watched a few more videos, but I think Dave hit the nail on the head too. Build what makes you happy, build what you think you can afford, build in a space that you can accommodate, and try to stick with one railroad. I mean, me, don't copy what I do because it's just way out of whack. I mean,
Yeah.
I got every class one railroad. I think it's easier if you just stick with one railroad and just go with that because you're not going to overbuy.
Well, I don't know about
So garlic sauce says, Dave. Well, nice Canadian Pacific, Dave.
that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, see, like Daryl was saying, kind of sticking to, you know, one railroad, but I don't know. I'm like you, Daryl. I get kind of bored. So I'm a CSX fan. That's my main railroad. But, I'm modeling Ohio. In Ohio, we get a lot of other railroads through here. I've seen Canadian Pacific, Canadian National, Burlington Northern.
Right.
Um, of course, Norfolk Southern. Of course, I don't have any Norfolk Southern. My wife was asking me about that the other day. She likes the horse. Like, well, you can always feel free to buy me a couple. She was a couple. I'm like, oh, I don't buy them in singles. Like, they gotta have a friend. You gotta at least buy a pair. She's like, you are ridiculous. So, but yeah, it's the one that we've talked about it before. Things are expensive. So if you could focus in on what you want to model, it kind of helps keep you in line as far as what you're going to purchase. But I don't know, I kind of like the pre-ordering system because it gives me time to save up for them. So yeah, I might order 2 locomotives, but it gives me 6 months or so to save up so much a month to make sure I have the $500-600 for them. And I understand a lot of guys just can't or won't. And I'm not trying to be judgy or braggy or anything like that. Believe me, because I get it. The fact that I'm able to do what I do is unfortunate. I get it.
Yeah. So B&B Railroad, Derail Darrell, have you been watching any NHRA drag racing? No, I haven't been keeping up. As a matter of fact, the drags are coming to town. I forget which weekend it is. That's how yeah. No, I'd love to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to go this year because I'm so way behind at work. I have to work weekends, and I'm going to have to work upcoming weekends. But thank you for asking. No, I love NHR drag racing. Just absolutely love it. I really can't get enough of it. But here it goes again. When you just get busy, it's either, the thing, Dave and I have discussed this a lot too, and I've discussed it a lot. Look, people, this is just trains. This is a hobby we love, but I have a job. I have a wife. I have kids. I have a home. And I not only do I work, but I own and operate a business. So, I mean, I'm a busy guy. This is my getaway. I come out here in the garage and this is my getaway. I'll put on somebody's videos or I'll listen to music and I just go to town and I just shut the door behind me and that's it. But for 3 or 4 months out of the year, it's just impossible to do that out here because it's so damn hot because I'm in a garage.
I had an uncle who used to drag race. He had a car drag race. I don't know if it's NHRA or not, but him and his brother.
So I agree, Darrell. All the positive support I've received from people in this chat motivates me keeping making videos. Exactly.
Yeah, you do a lot of nice videos. You do some really nice work, Jake.
Yeah, Jake does.
So yeah, check out Mill Valley for sure. Definitely a talented modeler.
And then, boy, I'm way, way, way far in chat.
Derek, Artie just makes it up. You don't know California. You're just winging it, man.
Hey, Edward. Happy Valley Hobbies. Good evening. Welcome. Okay, I got to catch up with chat. Boy, you guys are chatting up a storm in here.
And that's 100% true, Artie. I agree with that. That's why I say there's a lot of people in here that are knowledgeable and they'll throw information out there. You kind of got to pick the ones that you I guess you understand more. Like, stick with 1 or 2 guys. Like, I may explain something totally differently than, say, Darrell, and you may understand him better than the way I do it, or vice versa. It may be the same exact way, but the way I'm explaining it is more confusing than the way Darrell does, just using that as an example. I learned a lot of like the NCE power cab stuff from young kids that were on there. Not young, not like 5-year-olds, but I mean, younger kids that were getting into it with their dad or whatever, and they were, hey, this is how you program a consist, or this is how you, do just different things with the NCE power cab. When I was researching the system I wanted to use, I saw a lot of younger people using the NCE power cab along with older people. So just kind of convinced me, and I understood what they were saying better. I guess. Maybe I'm a child. I don't know, but you know, there's a guy out there who's really good. I want to say his name is Arthur Houston. He's really, really knowledgeable with NCE. I could not understand half of what he was telling me because he was so technical and everything he was saying. For me, it was too much. Now I understand a little better as I've learned. But to start out with somebody that was that high tech was too much for me. But I never claimed to be the smartest guy in town or the sharpest tool in the shed or brightest bulb in the pack or whatever analogy you want to use. So.
Wigwag. We used to buy jalopies and take them to the drag strip just for fun. Yeah, I watched those too. I watched the figure eights.
Figure eight smash em ups, man.
Yep. Exactly. And then I watched the ones where they get RVs into it.
Thanks, Keith.
That's some crazy stuff. And the RVs have trailers behind them.
Oh wow.
That is some crazy TV right there. Okay. So here's a question. So Daryl, what got you into model trains? What got me into model trains was when I was a little kid. My grandpa, he always called me Pappy, and my grandpa had a 4x8 table in the pool table room, and he also had slot cars with it. He actually incorporated the slot cars with HO scales, and he did that on purpose so the kids would get it. My dad and the kids would get it out of their system, because the first thing he wanted to do was take a slot car into a train. It was just nonstop action, and he built it just for that reason. But actually, that's what actually got me as I was a little kid. And I'll say it again: this backdrop behind me, the cut in the mountain, the overhang. My grandpa had built another layout that was more not for kids to touch, but it was just he made a mountain like this, and I always remembered it as a kid. Even back then, he made handmade signals. They were handmade back then, and he had a signal on the corner here, like that. And I just would never forget the changing of the red and green lights. It was the most awesomest thing, and that's where I got it. So so let me move up the chat here, because I'm so, like I keep saying, I'm so far behind.
I just found out a guy I work with has a slot car layout. I have to go check him out.
Here's one.
Over.
Check out UK Banger Racing. Okay, that sounds it's got a catchy name to it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you though, the ones with the motorhomes with trailers behind them, it's just sheer chaos. It is the craziest thing. Now, we do have figure eights out here in Urindale, California. We have a race. We actually have a drag strip. And
already. I think Artie's making fun of you. Slow rolling trains.
Oh, Artie making fun of my slow rolling train.
So you think he just saw an ant outrun it?
What's that?
Said he saw an ant outrun your trains.
Jesus, Artie. Okay, I think I actually caught up with the chat, so I might have missed a lot of comments, but I really needed to catch up because we were talking about so many different things here. So I'm about an hour in. So after about an hour, I like to put up a link, and if anybody wants to come in and add something to the show, Okay, we got a bot in there. Hopefully someone caught it because I got a lot of moderators in there.
Somebody beat me to it, but I got it. We got him.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, now here's the thing with being moderators. Okay, you all are moderators. You all have the ability to time somebody out, take them out for bad behavior. And if you think it was bad behavior, you're a moderator. I mean, I have to back you up. So you're not going to get hit. If someone's saying bad things about me, about Dave, and about anybody in here, you have the power. Just don't even hesitate. Just take them out. You have the ability to take that person out. So, and I will back you up 100%. All right. So let me find the invite button here.
And it's usually about when I take off.
What's that?
First hour. Usually after that first hour, you bring other people up, and I usually cut out.
Yeah, that's fine, Dave.
My wife looks to see me once in a while.
All right, so I posted a link. So anybody who wants to come up and talk about the layout or show something, I'd be more than happy to have you guys come on up here. So we got our first victim.
Artie was saying you gotta find somebody that knows what they're talking about, but you can understand. So that pretty much eliminates Artie for most of us. You kind of need a translator when you talk with Artie.
Derek. Okay, so Derek, where did it go? So Derek says if you put out people saying things about you and Dave, you would have no one left.
Yeah, they're not wrong.
All right, so let me bring up. Hello, Thomas, and then let me bring up Randall Ellison.
Howdy, gents.
Good evening.
Randall.
Good evening, guys. So, let me see. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's start off with Randall. Randall, how you doing today?
Well, I'm a little tired. I got back from Jonesboro assisting the 101 local again. That's kind of strange because this makes twice in 1 week I've assisted that train. So, and both ended up being 12-hour days. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah, it's definitely good. So
perfect.
And that's where I caught that UP GP60 sitting down there. Was down there at Jonesboro. So
that was a very beautiful picture.
Yeah, it turned out really good. I wasn't sure when I took it, but it turned out good.
Yeah, no, it was a very nice picture. It looked like it had been well taken care of or just freshly repainted. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I'd say it was a recent repaint, but it looked good. So
yeah. Hey, Thomas, what you doing? What you up to?
Well, ever since I got my well cars, has been one thing after another.
Hey, Split Rock. Good evening, Thomas.
And the well cars got fixed. Then I ran into a track issue, and I figured that out finally with a lot of help from everybody on this community. But I figured it out, and it was hard for people to figure it out because you can't see what's going on, and it made it difficult to figure out. But it was a stupid wiring thing, and so today I extended the bus line and added the storage machines to that bus line, and then I powered up my DC system. And I have 15 circuit breakers, right? Only one was on and all the rest were off. And I said, what's going on, you know? So I started unplugging the wires for that bus line that I extended, and they still stayed off. And then the other day when I was troubleshooting the track issue, this device, I
Here,
took
let me
off.
make you here, Thomas. Let me make you big so people can see what you're actually talking about.
Okay, this is the RR amp meter, and I had it in line, and then I took it off, and you put it down on the track, and then it tells you on here, you know, the how many amps you're using and stuff like that. So when I took it off, the wires got loose behind it, and then that was kind of like shorting out the whole system. So I took it. Then I started taking wires apart, trying to troubleshoot. Then some of the circuits came up, and then it was isolated to the one panel that I had circuit breakers on, and I finally got that all working by checking the wires for this thing, and I saw that it was loose, and I tightened them up, and as soon as I did that, I powered it up again, and everything came back up again. So lesson learned: when you disconnect something, make sure that your wires are still intact, otherwise you can run into problems. First I thought it was because I was rolling my creeper underneath the layout and I hit a wire somewhere and I wasn't sure, but that wasn't it. It was this device here that was causing the problem, so I got to wire it back on. And then also last week, I think on the show, somebody was asking about, it's hard to see this, but this is that track aligner tool. I found it, so I'll post the URL in there for whoever was asking about that.
Cool.
Yep. And I don't know,
George.
I don't know if anybody
doing, buddy?
saw my containers cars.
Here, let me put you back up big one more time there, because I want to actually see the containers that you actually printed on there. Sorry about that. Yeah, put it up there.
Yeah, and this is the container car that I got, and then I'm going to paint them, and then I put this the roof, and I can take it off, and you see it's empty inside, so I can put weights in there to make the car weighted down. And then I just put this back on, and then that's it. And then the second one I got, and I'm going to stack them like that, and on the well cars. So I then was trying, I'm going to paint them, but then I was saying I wanted to detail them with some letters. So I was working with Jim Tedesco, and he printed these out for me. So I found these online and I sent them to him, and then he sent it to me and I printed it out. But I don't have a color printer. I have decals, but I don't have a color printer. I only can print black and white, so he's going to print it for me in color. And then I'll be able to put them on the container cars after I paint them.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. And so I was working on my oil tank cars that I got from Techie Trains, and this real small part, you'll never be able to see it because it's so small, and it's difficult to work with a real small piece.
Yeah.
And it's so I'm taking my time on that. And
Awesome.
and then the other thing I was working on was an engine that put a decoder in it, and I've been working with Jason and the George from Soundtracks on it. They've been helping me out getting that in, so I got to do some more wiring on it to get it to run, because I got the decoder to be able to be read through Decoder Pro on the JMI program. It actually read the decoder, so I had that up. But then when I put it on the track, it wasn't running. I had a wire not in the right place, and so I got to do some more wiring to get it to work. So
good.
Get that engine running soon. But, so right now you can see in the background my 3D printers in the background.
Yeah. No, I saw the video today.
Yeah, and they're printing 2 of them at the same time now because I was
That's good.
one at a time because they were taking 2 hours each, and that has about 29 minutes to finish.
Cool. So George, let me bring you up.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hey, George.
So I brought you up because you have just an awesome layout, and I wanted to make sure that your layout was absolutely displayed there, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. I'm having a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
finally found that ES44. I've been looking for them forever. They have them in N scale and HO scale. And I really wanted the MTH one because my layout, most of my engines are all MTH, but they're really hard to find. So when this one came up, I decided to get it. And like I said in that video, Pappy's been, every time I do a rail fanning in the yard or one of our engines, he's always telling me, you should make one of those LNG containers. And
Yeah.
I never did, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, and from what I saw from that video, I kind of almost figured you were going to take apart or disassemble a tanker car for that because really, yeah. Now, do they actually make a car like that for those?
Not in O scale. I've never been able to find one. I've seen them in N scale, but I've never seen one in O scale. And the reason why I took that tanker apart is because I don't have one of those printers like Curly and Grassy has, and I would have really liked to print one out, but since I don't have one of those printers, I had to do the next best thing, which, cut up one of my tanker cars. But it was a managed car, which is a cheap car, not expensive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
yeah, 187 says George, great hat. Justice is coming very soon.
Yeah.
Hey, George, what is that billboard? Where'd you get that?
I got that at online. I got it online at I forget the place, but I know Trains has them. Micro Mark has them. There's a couple places that have those billboards. I got that one, and I got this one here. I got this one over here in the station, and then I have this one over here, which is the copper tone one. Whereas they used to have a sign going to the beach, a copper tone sign, and I saw it. I go, let me get that. That's neat.
Yeah, I got a couple of my layout. I forget the name of the place I got mine.
Yeah, they're really neat. They're not cheap, but they're, it makes the layout pop.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Miller Engineering. That's right, Miller Engineering.
Yeah, Jason put up says Miller Engineering signs. I have a few.
Miller. Yeah, that's it. Miller Engineering.
Yeah.
That's the ones
Yeah.
Yeah, they have them for HO, N scale, and O scale.
Right. Yeah, I got ones for the windows too in the stores, and that really makes it look cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get one of those printers. I gotta learn how to print some stuff out because that's cool. You could do containers because it gets expensive if you go buy them. Those containers are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jason says, let's put his comment up here. He says, I have a Chiquita sign with nude model.
Oh, cool.
That is cool. I've never heard of this.
I don't think my grandkids will appreciate that, or my wife with my grandkids in here.
Good night, Stormy Sky. Thank you for being here. Thank you so very much for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. And George, you as well. Thank you so very much. That's very kind of you guys.
No problem, Daryl. You're awesome, man.
Thank
Take
you,
care
and
of
I
everybody.
appreciate that. So, George, it's why I got you up here. I wanted to ask you a question. So, what inspired you to get into not just model railroading, but it's O scale, correct?
Yeah, but yeah. You know, I work for the railroad. I work for FEC, and about 2 years ago, a buddy of mine, he's into it, and I went to his house and I saw it. And I go, wow, this is cool. This is really
Yeah.
nice, man. What he had, and he had O scale, and you know, I got into O scale. If I could go back, I would do HO or N scale, just because of the room. You can't do like Dave's or your layout. You can't do something that nice in such a small space.
I understand.
But that's what got me into it. I've only been doing it for 2 years. I think this is like the 4th layout. I keep taking it apart and putting it together, taking it apart and putting it together. That's what I like, building it. I don't, I like watching the trains, but I like building stuff. And I think that's the fun part about the hobby, other than just the trains. But yeah, it's been fun. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Jason. I really, I don't know if I'm sure I don't know if I could. Maybe I shouldn't, but yeah, that's a cool pic. Jason just sent me a picture of the naked Chiquita chick.
Oh, man.
So let me bring everybody up. Let me bring everybody up equal. And the reason why I asked is because, George, your layout is amazing. I subscribe to quite a few O scale layouts. And just because it's not because I'm just giving them love, it's because, I enjoy what they do and how they build. And I don't know if us HO scale model railroader guys can get away what O scale modelers do, is where they raise up above the layout and put trains on top. And I don't, and I've always asked myself, is that possible? Would it look the same as it does O scale? Because I think it looks pretty cool in O scale. And I think maybe it's just because of the size of it. I don't know. But I've always enjoyed the guys who raise their layout and they can get some more trains up there. And why is that though? Is there a reason why? Is it because they want to put more trains on, or why do you think that is?
I have no clue. I like it. Eye level would be nice, but for my grandchildren, it would be too high, so I have it lower. But at eye level, it's nice. I mean, I would like to have 2 or 3 levels, but
Oh, okay.
the thing is that building it up, you have to compensate for the lower tracks and stuff like that. It's not, I got the elevated line, which is the subways. Believe it or not, those were the first ones that I ever got. I got into subways, and I love the way they are. And then I got into the other locomotives and the diesels and all that. But the subways were the ones that actually got me into the hobby, hardcore. I love these subways. And I've never ridden into one, believe it or not. Never seen one in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep, never seen one in person.
Yeah. And see, that would make sense to me, like what Artie said. I do it for longer runs as I have a very small room for a big layout. And I believe yeah. Exactly. Well, you know what? Here's one. You know what? And Jason says O scale needs a massive helix. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I have never seen an O scaler do a helix.
Me either.
Have any of you guys seen an O scaler do a helix?
Nope.
Actually, that would be quite massive. Actually, that would be kind of cool to actually see. I mean, that thing would have to be what, 8, 9 feet wide, maybe, or no?
I've seen him going. I've seen a video of a guy that he had a subway underneath the table, and then he did a helix a small one, just a loop going up to the upper area of the layout, because he had the subway all around underneath the layout. But going up like some guys have it in HO and N scale, no, I've never seen it that big.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So let me see here. There was a comment back here. The space. Okay. Well, this is what Pappy put. Pappy puts the space you would need would be insane. Yeah, I would imagine it would be, but I've
Hey,
never.
Pappy.
Hey, try goggling.
And then Jim Tedesco says you would need an entire room for that. I think you might be right there, Jim. Yeah, but
Absolutely.
I've never seen anybody do one. That I think would be something cool to see. You know.
So, Daryl, since George brought up MTH, I'm going to show him something right here. I've only got two
Okay.
MTH engines, but I'm going to turn my camera on this one.
Okay,
Give me
I'll put
just
you
a
up.
second because, well, my phone's being kind of slow. So let's see if it's here. But right there it is. Now that's
Okay, hold
that's
on.
only my second MTH engine, but I've had this one for probably the better part of a year. So this is a -9 right here. So I don't know how that's looking to everybody. It looks backwards on my screen, but I don't know if it's
It's a
showing up right on everybody else's.
yeah, it's a little blurry from my end, Randall.
Not focused in yet. Still
Yeah,
trying.
put your hand in front of the camera. Put
Is
your
that
hand in front of the camera to see closer. Close. I mean, your hand closer to the lens.
Like
There
that?
you go. Yeah, like that. Okay, now release. There you go. Now release your hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
that's a little better. You
So
know
right
what it is?
there's
We're getting the reflection from your phone on the
okay.
plastic. Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
is.
yeah, that's what it is.
I may have to slide the plastic sleeve out of it, but anyway, that engine there, that's a good running little engine. MTH really did a nice job with their HO scale stuff.
Hey,
This one
Grandpa
doesn't have
Rail. Good evening.
the Proto Sound 3 in it, but it's a DCC ready engine. I have a SD70 Ace that has the Proto Sound 2 in it.
The way that looks there, Randall, it looks like it's a brass engine.
Yeah, it does, but I'm kind of interested to see what Scale Trains does with this tooling.
Okay, Artie, thank you. We'll see you later, buddy.
Since they bought all the HO tooling from MTH, I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with this engine. There's hints they're going to put it in the operator line. There's also hints it may go to a whole new line. So I haven't heard or seen anything yet from them. So I guess we're still in wait and see mode. But I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with this tooling. So yeah, but it's a good looking engine regardless.
Yeah. No,
MTH really did a nice job with them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Cool.
Okay, I just wanted to show George that. So
okay,
that is nice. That is really nice.
So, all right. So let me take you down there and let's put everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Jason says MTH-HO is crap compared to MTH-O scale. I sold one of my MTH locals and might sell the other one. Anybody have any thoughts about that one?
Never had
the
it.
MTH.
I think.
Oh, go ahead, Thomas.
No, I don't get any derailments, believe it or not, unless you pull it full blast. But these trains will run, and they never derail. and I'm using Lionel Fast Track, and on the top is guard graves, and I've never had a derailment.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Surviving.
Right
And
on.
you?
You know, we're having a good time. We're talking about model trains.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Why would we do that?
Yeah. So, George, I have one other question, if you don't mind me asking. Now, you bought that locomotive. What would be like someone looking at a price for something like that?
Well, the MTH I wanted the last time that it was not, mind you, these are not new engines. These things are all. I think this was from 2015 or something like that. But the MTH was $799. This one I got. The guy wanted $625, and I brought him down to $500 for it. And it was brand new, but it's a legacy. I don't have legacy, so I have to run it conventional. But that's, these engines are super expensive. I mean, all my engines are old scale engines. I don't think I've ever spent less than $500 on an engine. They're just expensive.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I was looking on the in the Micromark catalog, and they had some old scale engines. They had a cab forward, a Southern Pacific, and I think they had it for like $1,300.
Yeah.
So, and that was the cheapest one I saw in there. I think they had one sitting there was like 2,000. So, yeah, I mean they're way up there.
Well, if you can see, I don't have steam engine. I think I got one steam engine, and it's the Lionel Lion Chief, and I got a what do you call a Hessler that for logging, but I don't have the steams because the steams are ridiculously priced. Lionel wants $3,000 for an engine.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Holy mackerel! Seriously?
Buy about 20 engines.
Yeah, that's not a joke, Daryl. That's
wow.
Because I was looking at one, and I want to say it was at Frisco Meteor 484. They had the Lionel Vision line. I think it was if it wasn't $3,000, it was right up there close to it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's the Lionel and the steam engines. They're like, they're ridiculously priced.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Dave, what's going on?
Oh, just working on the plans some more.
Yeah, how's that coming?
All right. Did another live session a couple days ago. Good.
Yeah, that's a great point there, Jason. That the MTH decoders aren't DCC, they're DCS, but they work with DCC. So, and my thoughts on the MTH decoders, they're okay. They're not great. They're certainly not a Tsunami 2 or a ESU Look Sound 5, but they're just okay decoders. Not great, but not complete junk either. So, or at least that's my experience with them.
Okay, that's really cool. I know everybody else does that. I don't know. I have not learned how to do that yet. How to share a screen and do that. That is really cool, Dave.
It's down at the bottom percent.
It's what?
It's down at the bottom. It should be in your bottom where it says percent.
Well, okay.
Then it gives you some options.
Okay, let me. Well, we got full screen layout.
You got slides, video view, and share screen.
Yeah.
No. Okay, don't want to do that.
Yep. So
So this is what you're showing us. What?
it's the second level.
Oh, this is the second level.
Yeah.
So Jason says Dave's doing what I'm doing. So is there any way for me to bring that down smaller? Or I mean, I don't mind leaving it up there. I mean, it's really interesting to me.
There's with the first and second level in. I don't know if this is, so there's with both levels.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. And that's HO.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, HO.
That is awesome.
There you go, George. There's your new O-scale layout.
Yeah, okay.
With a helix.
Yeah. I got to tell my wife I'm taking over the living room and the kitchen.
Take over the
Yeah.
level of your house. That's all.
Yeah. In my case, that would probably like 2/3 of my house.
Yeah.
So.
So there's the first level. That's what I've been up to.
That is awesome.
So 187 says you guys are going to be so happy very soon. You can't imagine how happy. You will never worry about money again. Yeah.
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 What world does he live in?
Yeah. You won't have to worry about money because you won't have any.
Mhm.
Probably.
Right. I never worry about money anyway. It is what it is.
But yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
So Dave, how many times have you, after you draw this, how many times do you have to make adjustments on the layout because it doesn't work out the way you have it drawn?
Well, none of this is on the layout yet. Bench work is not totally up yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. This is my idea of what I want. Whether it works out, I won't be
Okay,
unhappy
Jake.
if it doesn't work out totally.
Thank you, Jake, for being here.
But it gives me a rough idea of what I
Yeah,
want.
you get a rough idea, right?
So, Dave, you got a question from Manny Villanos. How big is that scale measurement wise?
Each square is 2 inches.
Okay, there you go. 2 inches there, Manny. I didn't even know that. That was a good question.
Yes, it
So
was.
let's see what Jason's. Make sure all track is within 30 inches reach from edge of bench work. I just learned that lesson here lately. You know, I gotta say, I actually have one corner that's like that. Fortunately, I brought the switching part of it out a little bit further because for reaching purposes. So, but for actually, and what Jason says is true because actually, I don't have enough room to get one of those. I don't know what they call them. They're chairs we can lean over on. That's just crazy for me.
Creepers. I have one. They're called creepers.
Creeper ladders.
Yep.
Ask Dave my question. Okay, Pappy, let me go back. Okay, here we go. This is Dave. You should cut the center of the helix so you can access in the middle. Just curious.
Yes. The inside of the helix there is no bench work. I just put the bench work into it. But the actual bench work that I have in has the middle's open, and I have an access at the back left corner.
I can get on 3 sides of my helix if I have to. So anywhere.
Yeah.
Only one side is blocked.
You're welcome, Pappy. Yeah, I just wish I knew how to share like that, and someone's going to have to teach me how to this. You know, I haven't. You know, it was like George. I mean, George all of a sudden went from FL Railroad Dog. He went from wanting to live stream, and then all of a sudden I saw him come up on a quick live, and he was like doing OSB and he had the logo, and he just went full blown. I mean, just blew me away. I was like, wow, that's cool. And of course, he learned that from Anthony Dodge, correct?
Yes, Anthony Dodge.
Yeah, Anthony Dodge put out a really nice 4-part series on that. But there's a lot of things on here that I know that are touching my fingers. Sometimes I'm just afraid to touch them because I'm afraid I'm going to lose everything. But I found that not to be true. I can always, everybody's still there, but I have to come back in. So like check this out. I learned how to, don't laugh at me, guys. This is a big deal for me. I mean, that's what I learned how to do. I mean, I finally learned how to put a ticker tape up there. I was like, wow, hey,
All small steps.
Exactly.
Cool.
I mean, you know, I was just, like I said, I was just learning how to do it. So, but in any case, okay, now I know, now I need to know how to get out of that. And there we go. Okay, see, now that was a challenge for me to do that, just to get out of that part. But at any case, yeah, I learned how to do that. So I guess you're right. It's small steps.
Yeah.
Good night, Kyle Stevens. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
And Kyle.
See you, Kyle.
Okay, so hey, welcome, elated. Derail Darrell, tell Miss Carrie I said hi. I will. And I'll tell her that you were in the stream. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your subscription. I'm hoping you're enjoying my my videos and my live stream. So okay, so we got another victim up here. Happy Valley Hobbies, what's up?
You happy?
Very happy.
Hey, Happy.
Well, hello, everyone. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure I don't accidentally give feedback to everybody.
You sound okay.
Yeah, you do.
Well, that's why I had everything on mute. And then when you actually said, oh, hi, and all that, it's like, then I muted the YouTube channel and then turned on the mic. So it doesn't wind up echoing and all that fun stuff.
So Dave, question for you. Model Train Aficionado says, wondering what planning program is Dave using?
AnyRail 6.
AnyRail 6.
Mine's the licensed version. You can do a free version where you can put down 50 items, and then you're done. I've heard of people doing it where they just do, and then you can save it into a file and do little sections at a time, and not have to pay for it.
Hey, so the panel, Heath has a question. I have a headache. What are your headache remedies?
Don't get a headache.
Don't get a headache.
Well, there you go. Heath.
I would have to say my years ago, friend of mine suggested, my sister gets migraines a lot, and they suggested to her it was sort of like a mix of Advil, Aleve, and Tylenol.
Hey, Burris. Good evening.
Hello, Burris.
I will say this: sometimes when I get a headache, it's because my blood pressure shoots up, and then I'll have to blood pressure pill, and I kind of control it down a little bit. That's pretty rare that happens, but
Well, you're gonna hate me. I don't think I've ever had a headache.
Jeez.
So Trackside Mike, you said you were still watching. Hey, check out my ticker tape for you guys. Since you guys give me props, I actually did one for you guys as well. It says watch Off the Track Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope everybody's got that and they're watching that. So little baby steps, you know.
Yeah, it's one of the things of when I was helping out with new trucks modeling, there was a lot of times that when we're trying to get everything working properly and all that, unfortunately you had to go live because it was the only way to actually get the timing down right. I mean, if you're doing it, just on the computer itself, there's like for when at the time when you hit, we use Zoom, and so when you hit go live, there was a good half a minute delay, but to actually go on, and then there was like a 5-second delay on everything else. So, but it was only able to find out by actually going live, and right as soon as I got done with the whatever the live test is, basically turn around and just delete it, so. But the funny thing is that all of a sudden it's like, while I'm testing and all that, all of a sudden people are popping up going in the chat. It's like, no, this is just a test.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes you gotta play around with the buttons and then just go, reading amongst instructions and all that. But then eventually you're gonna have to actually start clicking buttons to make sure if it works properly. But I know a lot of the discussion tonight is, starting a layout. And for myself, I would say start small, because you're probably not going to keep your first layout, because there's going to be so many things that are, there's things that you don't know that you don't know. And what happens is you build the layout and it's like, oh, it's not exactly the way you want it because you didn't know things that you didn't know. Like the train freak just talked about, making sure that the aisleways aren't too deep and all that. So you have to, have to reach over everything in order to, fix something and all that. But also take inspiration from other people's layouts also.
Sounds like Heath.
So
you have a lot of buttons, Heath. Lots of buttons.
yeah, you guys go ahead and keep chatting. I'm keeping up. I'm keeping putting up people's comments up there. Maybe you guys can read them.
yeah, Syracuse.
You guys are
sorry, Daryl. I was just reading Syracuse's comment there. Yeah, I'm still waiting on those Scale Trains SD38-2s to arrive. I just checked. Yeah, let's see. What was it? Yesterday, day before yesterday. It shows them still in shipment. So hopefully I'll get them before the Christmas display, but we'll see. So.
Jägermeister. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, I hear you. Jägermeister. Jason, some of my best decisions were made with Jägermeister. Love that stuff. That is like one of my favorites. And actually, I really enjoy. I really enjoy a root beer float with vanilla ice cream and a couple shots of Captain Morgan in it. Now that's really good. That is really, really good. So he says the problem when you press as many buttons as I do is that sometimes, all of the time, I can't remember what I pushed to get it to work.
That's the same with me, Heath.
Yeah, that's one of the things I want to see about trying out more is right now I use Zoom for my live streams, but I'm seeing about what other options are out there so I can so I have more options because there has been a couple of times that I'm not quite sure what happened, but there was a couple of times where Zoom was not logging in and I had to use YouTube Studio, which was an adventure in itself. I mean, it had the only good thing I could say is that it had less lag time. I think there was only about maybe between what I was saying to the camera and what was on YouTube was maybe, I want to say 3 seconds or something like that. It was a very low latency. But beyond that, there was a lot of stuff that I just did not have.
So are you thinking about maybe switching over to another platform is what you're saying?
Yeah, so trying the different ones out. I have a year subscription with Zoom, which is coming up soon. It seems odd that I started in January, so it seems very odd that I've been doing this for a while now.
You know what? That's funny that you said that, Corey, because I didn't volunteer that information, but I do use the lactose ice cream because I've gotten to the age where I'm kind of getting in that gray area where it gives me stomach pain. So I use the lactose milk with regular milk. I mix it together in my bowl of cereal, and that's what I use for my ice cream. It's just better on my system. So, yeah, real ice cream's better, but let me tell you, it's really, really good. I really enjoy it. So I'm not a drinker, but that is what I do enjoy. And usually Sunday mornings, I'll usually have Bailey cream with my coffee. I enjoy that too. That's really good. But other than that, I'm not much of a drinker. But
Yeah, I actually don't eat ice cream all that often. It hurts my teeth when I eat it. So
the High Plains Drifters, I'm going to put this one back up again because I believe I put that one up there before. Is there a way of removing hot glue off of plastic without destroying the model? Anybody have a question on
I
that
don't
one?
know.
I don't know.
No, I do not know. I don't use hot glue. Well, for plastic anyway.
Yeah.
Me neither.
There is a way to do it, but I don't know. I can't say how. I thought I saw a video on how to do it, but I don't remember what they did. But you can look on YouTube and probably find a way to do it.
Exactly, John. I mean, yeah, cow milk gives me the outhouse trots. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten to that golden age where I really need to and I'm not really an ice cream eater either, but I do enjoy that set. I mean, I love it. It's really, really good. Let's see what plastic. And Jason says Jack Daniels is my best friend. Yeah, I just enjoy that straight up with Coke. Let's see. Possum says, I got some honey and pecans at a pecan festival this weekend, and it goes very well on ice cream. That does sound good. Absolutely. So let's see. Pappy says, if it's on smooth plastic, it should just peel off. Yeah, I kind of almost have the same. I kind of have the same feeling. You should be able to like rub it off.
Yeah, hot glue doesn't. I don't remember. I think the reason why I don't use it on plastic is because it doesn't really grip on plastic. Good night, 187.
Yeah, good night, 187. Hey, thank you
Yeah,
for
take
being
care,
here.
187.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
so,
noticed when I try to tag 187 and all that with the @ symbol, it doesn't acknowledge the colon.
yeah. Okay, so yeah,
That's good.
yeah, JD says, "Hey Derail, I'm going to Pomona Friday for the races. Should be there by 11." Okay, so I thought that they were pretty close, and I thought because I haven't been really keeping up, and like I said, I might have plans going, but I'm not 100% sure. I know I got shred job Saturday, and Friday I'm booked. Sunday I'm not sure yet, but if at any day it might be Sunday. So thanks for letting me know. It should be a good weekend, the weather wise. It should be just perfect for an NHRA. It's nice and cool. So, yeah, JD lives pretty close to me. He lives 2 hours west of me. So, yeah. Okay, so Burris, speaking of ice cream, I was eating. So Burris says, speaking of ice cream, I was eating cookies and cream and ice cream a few minutes ago.
I'm getting hungry for ice cream.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I have a convenience store that started out as an ice cream shop, just literally down the hill.
We got an ice cream shop in Mammoth Spring called the Spring Dipper. I think that location closed, but I think their West Plains location still open. But anyway, I heard a rumor. They said they was closing the Mammoth Spring store, but and keeping the West Plains one open. But I don't know that for sure. But
Yeah. Derek Alexander asked, Derail Darrell and Grandpa, did you see Tony Stewart ran Top Fuel? I haven't seen it. Like I said, I love the drag racing. I just haven't been keeping up on it lately just because I'm just so busy. I barely have enough time to go in the living room and turn the TV on. I've got let's go through it. Okay, I have I have fish tanks. I have a beautiful koi pond out in the backyard. I mean, I have so many, and then of course I have my beautiful wife to take care of. So I mean, that takes up a lot of my time. So I barely get time to watch a lot of things. But
there is a YouTube video of Tony Stewart racing NHRA, Daryl. So
there isn't, or
because
there
it
is.
popped up. There is because it popped up on my notifications
Okay.
the other day. So,
Hey Daryl, I saw that comment about an hour ago. Did you just
about the peeling off the?
No, about did you see Tony Stewart ran Top Fuel? I saw that on the chat about an hour ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I must have not answered it. Okay, Trackside Mike. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. So,
see you, Trackside Mike.
So,
Later,
says, yeah, Derek Alexander, he placed second
Trackside.
in his first time. Okay, cool. Elated, your stream froze. We're still going here pretty strong, my friend. All right.
It looks like he's got called out by his dog.
Yeah, no, he said he had to go because his dog it said, hey, let's go. Yep, time to go. No, I mean, I get it. I know. Thanks, Heath, for stopping by if you're still listening. So, But anyways, so does anybody else have some closing arguments? Because I'm 1 hour and 55 minutes, and I'll take it to 2 hours. And if anybody has anything they would like to say, I think I'm going to cut it at 2 hours. Hey, Roy, Container Man 68.
Well, the only thing I know for sure, the Christmas display coming up at the club's putting on, they're coming back to the Harlem Museum this year. They have not yet announced times or operating hours yet. They said they will do that at a later date. So they said just follow them on their YouTube channel and on their Facebook page. Both same name as the club, West Plains Mall Railroad Club. And they should start posting updates there before too long. So, so just kind of wanted to give everybody a heads up there. So that's all I got.
I want to say thanks, Daryl, for giving me the opportunity to come up again.
You're very, very welcome. You're very welcome, George. We just had somebody arrive. Actually, I'm going to put up his Postmodern Model Works. Okay, so I've subscribed to this guy, his channel a few weeks ago, and his layout is he's doing a small. I'm just lost for words because I lost traction. But this Postmodern Model Works, I suggest people please go check out his channel. He's got a really nice layout, small layout that he's building. And thank you for being here, Postmodern. But guess what? We're all clocking out, my friend. Yeah, I'm arriving on 2 hours. My live streams seem to go for 3 hours. They can go longer, but I got to start kind of, keeping them down.
Reel them back.
Yeah, no, I mean, no. Don't get me wrong, guys. I have a great time here. I really, really do. And just tonight, actually, I kind of got to see if I can get a washer and dryer fix. I don't know if
Oh, fun.
Guys. I'm master of all, but master of none. You know what I mean? that's
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
No, that's okay, Postmodern. No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I put your put your name up there. And actually, while you're here, I'm gonna actually make you a moderator, my friend. So hold on, let me get you a moderator status. That way, people can click onto your channel.
I'm going to get off so I can click onto this.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, George.
See you.
Bye, George.
Bye, guys.
Hi, George.
Okay, so Postmodern, I just made you a moderator. So chat one more time in there, and that way, see, you already got a bunch of guys who are going to check you out. You go ahead and chat again, and let me see if it brought you up blue.
Yeah, I just bookmark Postmodern for looking at afterwards.
Yeah. So Postmodern, you're a blue branch guy. So now anybody can go back who was listening, and they can go back on the live chat, and they can just click onto your link, and it'll take you right to your videos. And he's got a really neat shelf layout. I think his last video he was talking about lighting, and he's done a really good job. But anyways, guys. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm going to put that up there. Like I said, usually, Christian, we're up here for at least another hour or so, but I got to cut it short tonight. So you can maybe hit us next week. So Postmodern Model Works, his name is Christian. And thank you, everybody, for coming. I appreciate you all. And
thanks, Darrell.
No, you guys are very, very welcome. Like I said, I would go for a couple more hours. I can do it. It's just that I really do need to see if I can get this washing, this dryer kind of fixed. So anyways, from everybody, from all of us to out there, thank you very much, and we'll all see you soon.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Been fun.
Yeah, thank you. Let me end.